Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Small Black Business Review, where I, Joelle, review small black businesses, their services, and their products. Today I'm here for a life update, okay? As you guys know, if you've been following my channel, you know my life is falling apart. Just left and right. And between the shady deal with the shady pastor, almost everything is damn near falling apart, okay? So, let me go back. The last video that you saw with me, the shady pastor, and the licensing lady from California State Licensing, he agreed upon being fingerprinted and getting the fingerprints back to the lady by December 1st. So when they came back December 1st, I could be licensed. Okay? We told him that was when they were coming back, and that's when the fingerprints were due. His response, if you were listening, his response was that he has already been licensing and he wanted to know if he could get them transferred. That's when she said no. She needed specific fingerprints for him, and that she would send the information over to him. Well, as of December 16th, okay? December 16th. And we had this talk way back in November 8th or something like that. So they were supposed to come back December 1st, and now it's December 16th. As of today, at 12 o'clock, the shady pastor has still not been cleared for fingerprints. He has still not been cleared for fingerprints. December 1st, they were supposed to come through, and I was supposed to be licensed. Or December 2nd, sorry, because it was a Monday. They didn't come that Monday. Tuesday, they didn't come, and so I called around about 2 o'clock, and that's when the licensing lady let me know that he didn't get fingerprinted right away. I think he waited till after Thanksgiving to get fingerprinted, and here we are. Now, the other interesting thing is, if you know anything about childcare or fingerprinting, if you've been a security card or anything, fingerprints don't take that long to get back. If you are not a criminal, if you haven't committed a crime, if you don't have dirty fingerprints, if you have nothing to worry about, 48 hours max. It's been about a month. Nothing. The lady hasn't called me back. So after she told me that was on the 3rd, December 3rd, nothing. I called last week, nothing. I called and spoke to somebody at the licensing to just see if they could check and see if his fingerprints was cleared. Nothing. But he did find a way to give me an eviction notice. So, not only did he find a way, instead of getting me what he said, he had 2 times. He said the first time he had the paperwork to prove that this was a legal space to live, and it was a separate entity from the church. He never provided me any paperwork. The second time, he said that he could provide fingerprints and he was already cleared. Nothing. And we've been in this process. I've been living here since May. We met of 2019. We met in February of 2019. We've been discussing this business plan, this collaboration for the community since February 2019, and it is December 2019. I moved in May 1st, 2019. When I first moved in, he didn't have anything ready. I literally had to move everything, and I lost all the footage. I had it for you guys, but I lost all the footage on my phone because it broke. But he didn't have anything moved out. He didn't clean anything. The bathroom was broken. The dishwasher was broken. The sink was broken. The bathtub was broken. The outlets didn't have any covers on them. The windows were broken. Y'all, it was a mess, okay? And then I fixed that. Fast forward to September. I tell him at the end of September that I'm gonna, put my license in, my application for my license in, and that it should be a go. October 5th, I talk to him and let them know what he says. He says he has the paperwork to prove that this is a separate entity. I go back October 7th. He gets hostile with me, which is the first recording that you see of him. Wait so long that I end up having to call licensing on myself because I'm out of compliance and I need to get compliance quick. They come out unannounced November 8th. They speak to him November 8th, tell him they're going to be back December 1st. They give him the information. It's December 16th. In between all of this time, he's managed to give me, other than threaten me and tell me to move out of my parking spot, he has managed to continue to hold my mail, which I already told him not to do, and is against the law, by the way. He has managed to give me a 3-day notice and give me an eviction to sue me. So that's where we will be going. So that is the update for that with the shady pastor. So if somebody told me this very crazy, interesting story, this is probably what I would tell them, and this is what I did for myself, is we're in the Bay Area. Being homeless with 2 kids as a single mom and an entrepreneur, that is not an option. Especially at no fault of my own. When I was trusting a pastor to be a man of his word, and before we could even get into contract, he was already out of his word, out of pocket, trying to get free private yoga classes from me. And then when he couldn't get it, here I am. Yeah. I would tell me or somebody like me that you got to do what you got to do. So the rent that I have been holding from the pastor to initiate some of this, and I had the money, y'all, October 15th, right? So like I had already paid him October's rent. I had November's rent October 15th. I was ready to give him his dough and we could get it cracking and do what we got to do. I've had to hold rent for 3 months. This don't make no sense. Okay. So I put it in a money order and I've been patiently waiting. But the reality is this. It is the 16th. Offices are going to be closed for the holidays. And by the time we get back to January, I will probably no longer have a license because they've been warning me and working with me and assisting me, like I said, since my move in May 2019. And then really, really working with me since my application went through September 28th, 2019. They've warned me and tried to assist me and tried to do everything that they could for me. And at this point, I have to move to save my license. So that's what I'll be doing. I would love to give the pastor his money. I would love to start a childcare here. I would love to teach yoga. I would love to have bingo night, and in the summer have movie night for the community. I would love to take this food desert and transform it with this beautiful garden that we have. But unfortunately, that won't be the case. I will be moving, and I will be opening up a youth basketball program for January 2020. And that is the childcare.